This is absolutely hilarious. Am I the only person that thinks this is hilarious? I'm trying to... Is this the only time we've ever seen a situation like this happen? Where a player has been suspended, not for a game, for a half. She's suspended for a half. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. She is suspended for a half a basketball game.
Tensions in the Chicago Sky locker room have boiled over, and Angel Reese has pushed past a limit that even her teammates won't accept. What began as frustration over a disappointing season has escalated into a major meltdown, forcing the franchise to take serious measures against their star player.
According to the report, Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Banham or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading a playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky's roster with WNBA championship experience. Tyler Marsh said, "We are aware of it." What Angel Reese said, "We're addressing it in-house as currently speaking. That's where we'll stay right now."
The woman who once claimed to be Caitlin Clark's equal has now become a warning of what can happen when personal ego overshadows team dynamics and public remarks damage private relationships.
Did tell Front Office Sports, the entire team has seen Reese's comments and they're basically unhappy with the direct attacks. They are even planning a team meeting to talk about it. We'll read you some of the excerpts, which does kind of not make her team look good. One of which say, "We can't rely on Courtney," that's Courtney Vandersloot, "to come back at the age that she's at. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before."
Angel Reese's latest controversy goes beyond her performance on the court. It's about character, leadership, and showing basic respect to teammates. In a remarkable case of self-sabotage, Reese made public comments so harmful that her own team had no choice but to suspend her for undermining the organization. That suspension marked only the start of a full-blown internal upheaval, leaving her future with the Chicago Sky extremely uncertain.
Also, you guys remember the story. Angel Reese calling out her teammates, calling out the front office. You're a bum, you're a bum, you're a bum. You're a bum. Yeah, you ladies won't do it for me. Coach Marsh, can you please coach harder? Yeah, Angel Reese. 48 hours later, already backtracking on those statements, already moonwalking like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, he'd probably be proud how quickly Angel Reese is moonwalking from the comments she made. And I have an exclusive.
The situation reached a tipping point when Reese told the Chicago Tribune that Chicago needs great players and that she wouldn't settle for the performance of this past season. While some might see this as competitive drive, her teammates viewed it as a profound betrayal, a public statement implying that none of them were worthy to play alongside her.
Some of the other stuff that she said was also pretty bad. Like, I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I am willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure that we attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we have this year. So her saying we can't settle for what we have this year, that is basically like a slap in the face to Becca Allen. That is a slap in the face to Rachel Banham. That is a slap in the face to Ariel Atkins.
Veteran guard Rachel Banham, who has devoted so much to the franchise, felt blindsided by Reese's interview. Meanwhile, Ariel Atkins, who had long stood by Reese through past controversies, finally reached her breaking point.
Chicago Sky values safety, respect, and well-being of every player. We're committed to accountability so our players can stay focused on playing basketball. Because of statements made by Angel Reese during league-mandated media, I've never seen this before, but she is getting suspended for a half. Not a game. Not a game. One half. One half she is getting suspended for. That is absolutely hilarious.
The great players remark wasn't just a general comment about team building. It was a direct critique of teammates who had fought alongside her through one of the franchise's toughest seasons. Reese openly questioned whether Rachel Banham or Haley Van Lith were capable of leading a playoff team and dismissed 36-year-old Courtney Vandersloot, suggesting the team needed someone younger with experience. These weren't private strategic conversations, they were public critiques presented as basketball analysis.
Be here for the rest of my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me. And listen, I totally get that, because if you are somebody with a lot of star power, you don't want your career just like rotting away in a place, especially this guy, the GM, Jeff Pagliocca. He absolutely sold this guy's future. He traded away draft picks for this like win now mentality. And who he drafted? Now, I don't want to speak bad about Haley Van Lith, but she has not had a mentor to actually mentor her to be any proper type of point guard. So she's kind of been flying in the dark. She hasn't exactly proven her worth in the
most damaging part of Reese's comments wasn't just their content, but the way she delivered them. Unlike Caitlin Clark, who during her rookie season faced tough competition, hostile crowds, and intense scrutiny while lifting her teammates and the organization, Reese chose to undermine the very people who had supported her through challenges. The contrast is clear. Clark raised everyone around her during adversity, while Reese publicly criticized her teammates at the first sign of trouble.
This is the reason I have spent the last few years referring to the WNBA as a dump. This is the reason I don't feel bad when I refer to the WNBA as a toxic turd. Not only have they damn near ruined their opportunity with Caitlin Clark, the dump diver they chose to support, the pretend basketball player they have spent the last 2 years begging you to support. They desperately want her to be accepted. They are desperate to make her a star. Not only has she been rejected by normal people, Angel Reese is now being rejected and potentially kicked off of her own team.
Angel Reese's time in Chicago appears all but over, not due to her on-court performance, but because of her failure as a teammate and leader. Her public comments damaged trust and relationships, and the Sky's decisive response, backed by her own teammates, makes clear that no amount of talent can excuse behavior that undermines team chemistry.